Welcome back. You're watching live from Paris on France 24. James Creedon is here, which must mean it's time for Media Watch.
Good evening, Laura.
Hi there, James. Now, the inauguration, tens of thousands of people cramming themselves into Washington despite the chilly weather, all to get a glimpse of Barack Obama.
Very
sworn
excited.
in for a second term.
People.
Now, we know that Barack Obama is a big fan of Twitter. Is he the second most followed person on Twitter?
He's very followed.
He's up there
I don't
anyway,
know
top
the
10.
exact position, but he's up there. He uses social media very well, and I suppose more importantly, the White House team.
He wasn't tweeting during Beyonce's...
Absolutely, but it's not just tweeting. They use websites. They have deals with websites such as Storify, collaborations.
What do they do, Storify?
Storify collate the best of the web. Now let's take a look at this, right? Because what he's done is, he's basically reappropriated the whole notion of the meme and viral pictures, and for his own use. For our journey is not complete until our wives, our mothers, and daughters can earn a living equal to their efforts, right? Mm-hmm. So you have this sort of bizarre mixture of very lofty rhetorical type language. Our journey is not complete until our gay brothers and sisters are treated like anyone else under the law. And if you scroll further down again, it's the same message for immigration. Our journey is not complete until we find a better way to welcome the striving, hopeful immigrants. So you can see, that he's hoping.
Lofty messages there.
Very lofty messages, and the idea, of course, being that if you have a thematic type series of images like that, it's more likely to go viral. And also a Twitter account for the day, Obama inauguration, 52,000 followers. That's not bad for one day's work, I would say. He could share some of them with me. Honoured and blessed to be joining so many of my fellow Americans, etc., etc. That's not POTUS, but FLOTUS, the First Lady of the United States. And that was retweeted.
Were they tweeting throughout the ceremony then on their mobile phones?
She seems to have found a moment to take a step to one side and tweet. Now, of course, Michelle was as much a focus of the big day as her husband and what she was wearing.
What do you make of the haircut?
Well, you see, I'll show you some tweets, because that was mega commented. I think it suits her. I think she looks very well.
You have to be careful with a fringe and a bob, because you can go into helmet territory.
I've seen some people having disastrous fringes in my time, I have to say. But
no names.
Here you have. Let's check out this tweet. Official White House photo of President Obama swearing he likes Michelle's new bangs, because of course a fringe is bangs in the US. Hashtag Bangs Appreciation Day. So lots of discussion of that too. And here you have Bill Clinton photobombing
Kelly Clarkson.
Kelly Clarkson. So people having fun as well online. Now, Fox News, what is their take on all of this?
They probably didn't show it, did they?
According to this satirical article in the Borowitz report, they shut down for maintenance. You're on the button.
Good time to do that.
And they've only done that once before in the history of Fox News, and that was actually 4 years ago at the same time. No, they didn't.
Oh, right.
Now, they're quick to remind their viewers as well, Laura, that today is the third Monday of January, and that's officially the most depressing day of the year.
Pretty hard to get out from under the duvet, wasn't it?
It is, but Fox News are, perhaps making the link with what's going on politically in the US today as well. So inauguration
maybe they have
day,
that
depressing.
on the third Monday of January to cheer everyone up.
Right. I think Fox have a different take on it.
I bet they do. Now, the French internet users, meanwhile, are very much focused on what's going on in Mali. French troops continue to try and push those Islamists out of the country.
That's right.
As they drive northwards. What's the reaction today?
All right, well, they were calling it in the French media l'union sacrée, the sacred union between the French right and the French left in a time of war, i.e. the opposition is supporting François Hollande because it's war. Well, that seems to be kind of not quite the case now. The criticisms have begun on the political right. Let's take a look at some of these articles. Valérie Pécresse, Laurent Wauquiez, they're two MPs in the UMP party. They're criticising François Hollande on various different issues, such as, what are the objectives? We want a clear sense of where this is going to go. Alain Juppé, former foreign minister, he has also made some of those criticisms. So you're seeing that sort of thing happening now. Also, this is making a little bit of buzz today. Luxembourg sending 2 soldiers. 2
soldiers. Wow. Everybody's doing their bit.
It's a small country, and if you were to do that proportionate to population, it's probably a lot more for another country. But I did have to say I found that kind of a little bit funny. Roselyne Bachelot, former health minister, one of the sentences of the day. She said, war is like cocaine.
How so?
How do you know that, Roselyne? I'd like to know. She says it's good in the beginning, but afterwards it destroys you. So I think the point being, the longer this drags on in Mali, the more destructive it will be. The support for the objectives right now, but will that
Well, the
remain
French
the
are
case?
calling it a success so far, has to be
Right,
said.
right.
All right, now, I'm amazed at how much journalists have to say about the fact that it's snowing. I mean, there
Right.
is just article after article after what you should do when it's snowing.
There were tweets as
Not
well
to
about
mention
it.
the transport disruption and all the rest of it.
Well, just to give you a sense, yesterday on the evening news in France, you have TF1 and France 2. TF1 had something like 20-25 minutes on the snow, and France 2 something like 15-20 minutes. So it's affecting more people in France than Mali is, I suppose you could say. So people are interested to see that. Others would say, hold on a minute,
It's
this
winter
shouldn't
and
be
it's
the
snowing.
top story.
Right.
Now, there was this article I saw shared today from, this is actually not a current article, this is from last February. BBC wants nothing but your snow pictures. Now, this is
yes, I
also
saw
satirical. As snow begins to fall in Manchester, the BBC have announced that they will be suspending all regular broadcasting activity in order to focus on obtaining as many of your snow photographs as possible.
And just very quickly, because I mentioned that at the beginning, the duvet and how nice it is during the winter. What has the Daily Telegraph got against it?
This is a photo that's made its way onto Twitter. The duvet is an invention of the misguided Continentals, says one letter writer,
Really?
and should be sent back where it belongs, along with the ridiculous metric system. And this is an Englishman very
Well, they
proud of
want
the woolen
itchy blankets.
Woolen blankets. That's the way
no.
forward. And pointing out at the end that the woolen industry has been big in Britain, and it deserves our support. Sleep under wool and not under duck feathers.
Nobody's going to go back to blankets, are they? I'm certainly not. Anyway, all right, James Creedon, thank you very much indeed.
Thanks, Zara.
That's it for Media Watch. We've got more stuff from the internet now with our daily dose of web news.